Step into the realm of Lumen Spiritus, where spirituality and the esoteric converge. Join us as we embark on a journey of enlightenment, delving into the mysteries of the unseen. In this video, we explore groundbreaking research uncovering surprising activity in the dying brain. Discover the intriguing findings challenging our understanding of consciousness and death. Support our channel's growth and future content by donating today. Every contribution helps us bring you even more captivating videos. Plus, in the description below, you'll find additional insights, book links, and our top 10 videos from Lumen Spiritus for further exploration. Ever pondered the mystery of death and what happens to the brain in its final moments? It's a question that has puzzled humanity for centuries, a riddle wrapped in the enigma of existence itself. The process of dying, once thought to be an abrupt cessation, might be more of an intricate dance between life and death. The brain, it seems, doesn't simply switch off, but continues to exhibit fascinating activities as life ebbs away. Consider the intriguing story of patient 1, a young woman who, in death, embarked on a journey that would change our understanding of the dying brain. At the tender age of 24, after being taken off life support, she became one of the most significant scientific subjects in recent history. Her brain's activities in those final moments invited a host of questions and spurred a wave of research. In the midst of tragedy, patient 1's case opened a new avenue of scientific investigation. Patient 1, a pregnant 24-year-old, was caught in the grip of a life-threatening disorder. This young woman, already a mother of 2, found herself confronting a medical condition that caused an irregular heartbeat. In her earlier pregnancies, she had experienced seizures and fainting spells. But during her 3rd pregnancy, the situation became dire. 4 weeks in, she collapsed at her home. Her heart had stopped by the time help arrived. Rushed to a hospital, patient 1 was soon transferred to the University of Michigan's emergency department. Medical staff had to shock her chest 3 times with a defibrillator before they could restart her heart. Despite these efforts, she remained unresponsive, her brain showing signs of severe swelling. She was transferred to the neuro-intensive care unit where her brain activity was closely monitored. After 3 days in a deep coma, a heartbreaking decision was made by her family. They chose to take patient 1 off life support. Her oxygen was turned off, her breathing tube removed. It was at this point that patient 1's story took an unexpected turn. She had transitioned from being a patient in critical condition to becoming one of the most fascinating scientific subjects of recent times. You see, the story of patient 1 doesn't end here. In fact, it had just begun. This young woman's case caught the attention of Jimo Borjigin, a professor of neurology at the University of Michigan. She had been asking a question that has haunted humanity for centuries. What happens to us when we die? Patient 1, she believed, could hold some answers. Borjigin had been studying near-death experiences. She had noticed that dying rats undergo a storm of neurotransmitters, including serotonin and dopamine, after their hearts stop and their brains lose oxygen. She wondered if a similar phenomenon occurred in humans, even those who couldn't be revived. Patient 1's case offered a unique opportunity to delve deeper into this enigma. Her tragic story and the scientific exploration it provoked would soon shed light on the mysterious process of death. Her intriguing case would soon yield groundbreaking insights into the science of death. Enter Jimo Borjigin, a neurology professor with a burning question. What happens when we die? Borjigin had been deeply intrigued by the mysteries of death for several years. Her curiosity was particularly piqued by the near-death experiences narrated by some survivors of cardiac arrest. These extraordinary accounts of psychic journeys, of traveling outside their bodies towards overwhelming sources of light, or encountering beings of profound goodness, were fascinating to her. While she did not necessarily believe in the literal truth of these stories, she did suspect that something very real was happening in the brains of these individuals. A clue to this mystery came from her own laboratory, where she had observed a dramatic storm of neurotransmitters, including serotonin and dopamine, in rats after their hearts stopped and their brains lost oxygen. She conjectured that the near-death experiences of humans might spring from a similar phenomenon. But what surprised Borjigin was the lack of scientific understanding of the dying brain. It seemed that death, a universal experience, had not been thoroughly studied. The scientific literature offered little enlightenment on what happens to the brain in the process of death. To die is such an essential part of life, she had once remarked, but we knew almost nothing about the dying brain. Undeterred by this lack of knowledge, Borjigin made a bold decision. She decided to delve deeper into the mysteries of the dying brain. Her quest led her to the University of Michigan Neurointensive Care Unit, where she began her research on individuals who had passed away, including patient 1. At a time when the scientific understanding of death had reached a standstill, Borjigin's decision to explore this uncharted territory was nothing short of revolutionary. With determination and a unique approach, Borjigin set out to uncover the secrets of the dying brain. Her quest was not just about satisfying her curiosity, but aimed at contributing to the body of scientific knowledge about a phenomenon as universal and inevitable as death. The journey to decode death led to unexpected discoveries. As Borjigin delved deeper into her research, she uncovered something truly astounding. It wasn't the stillness or silence that we often associate with death, but a tempest, a dramatic surge of neurotransmitters, including serotonin and dopamine, that occurred after the heart stopped and the brain began losing oxygen. This revelation was not just a scientific curiosity, it had profound implications. You see, these neurotransmitters are associated with feelings of well-being, happiness, and even hallucinations. This raised an intriguing possibility. Could this biochemical storm be the source of the near-death experiences reported by individuals who've been on the brink of death? These experiences, often described as out-of-body journeys, meetings with deceased loved ones, or encounters with beings of profound goodness, have long been dismissed as mere hallucinations. But Borjigin's research suggested that they might in fact be a very real part of the dying process. This dramatic storm of neurotransmitters, this final flare of brain activity, might serve a purpose. Some speculate that it could be the brain's way of easing the transition from life to death, a sort of biochemical comfort for the dying. Others suggest it could be an evolutionary mechanism, a last-ditch effort by the brain to jumpstart the body back to life. Of course, these are just theories. Much more research is needed to fully understand what happens in our brains when we die. But what's clear is that the line between life and death, once thought to be clear and unambiguous, is far more blurred than we imagined. Borjigin's research has opened a new frontier in our understanding of death. It challenges our preconceptions and invites us to look at death not as an end, but as a complex and fascinating process. It's a startling reminder of how much we still have to learn about the most universal of human experiences. In the face of the unknown, science continues to push the boundaries of our understanding, turning what was once a mystery into a fascinating journey of discovery. There is a plethora of fascinating and mind-bending topics coming to our channel. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Lumen Spiritus for even more captivating mysteries. Additionally, consider supporting our channel by donating via the PayPal link below. Stay tuned for our next video.